I made a number of very, very bad calls. I didn't prep very well at all. I didn't think it would be as strong as it was. I made a mistake.
Hello and welcome to the latest tier list video brought to you by UDS Films, your boys from Upside Down Shark. You want context, you're gonna have to find it, but we're gonna roll right into this. My name is Tom. I am joined by my good pal Drew, and we're gonna talk about kaijus, aren't we?
Yes, that's what we're here to talk about, Kaiju.
I was waiting so long for a little bit to intersperse
I
into
was
that.
like, is he just waiting for me, or is this some kind of sinister plan?
A
Oh
little bit of
no.
both. A little bit of both. So we're talking specifically about the kaijus from now. Now you're going to have to correct me on this because you are the resident expert on these films. Is this just from the first Pacific Rim film, or is this from
Yeah,
both?
there's only one Pacific Rim film. I don't know
Is
what you're
is
talking
there
about.
is there now?
There is one Matrix film. There's one Pacific Rim film. You're talking nonsense right now. They never made any more of those, and everything went perfectly. It was this shining golden piece of original work, and they never did any sequels, and they'll never top it again, except they did with Godzilla versus Kong. But yeah, so I don't know what you're talking about. So yes, it's only the ones from the sole Pacific Rim film.
Very good, very good. So we're talking about obviously the 2013 monster movie starring Jesus Charlie Hunnam and other
Yep,
actors.
Charlie Hunnam doing put some respect on their names. This is a goated cast. You got Charlie Day, you got Bern Gorman, you got Ron
Oh
Perlman.
yeah, Ron Perlman's in it,
Ron
isn't he?
Perlman gets eaten by a baby, and he's got like gold shoes, I think, or something like that, because he yells about his shoe. You got Idris Elba in maybe the best role he's ever been in. I say that trying desperately to think of another Idris Elba role besides Suicide Squad.
He's in Prometheus as the ship captain.
With a bizarre American accent. Speaking
Yeah.
of bizarre American accents, Charlie Hunnam is trying in this film.
To be
It's
fair, he's better than his Cockney accent in Green Street, which is truly abysmal.
in Green Street and in
The
the Guy Ritchie
the
one,
gentleman.
The Gentleman. That one frustrated me as well.
At
Which
least
is weird because he is English, isn't he?
he's a Geordie though.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah,
I've never heard his actual voice.
he's a YI pet type. So yeah, I mean to be fair, at least in the gentleman, he's got better hair and so is therefore more handsome.
Yes, he does. He's got that proper tweed gangster look about him. He's got the glasses as well. They really complete the look. The hair,
They
the
do.
beard, and the glasses. Well done, Charlie Hunnam. You've entered into Aaron Taylor Johnson levels of oh, he cleaned up pretty nice, didn't he?
He did.
Proper
He did.
boy, didn't he?
But at least, unlike Aaron Taylor Johnson, he's not been abused by an older lady. But
Story time? Huh? What?
oh, it's just that his wife's like 40 years older than him or something like that, isn't it?
I'm going to Google.
Sam
Talk
Taylor
amongst
Johnson.
yourselves.
Sam Taylor
Aaron Taylor.
Johnson. It's
No, not Sam Taylor Johnson. Aaron Taylor Johnson.
yeah,
Or
but
do you mean
Sam Taylor
oh,
Johnson is his wife. Um,
what director of 50 Shades of Grey, Sam Taylor Johnson?
yeah, the one who's about 30 years his
What?
senior and started dating him when he was 19.
What? Oh my goodness.
I'm surprised you didn't know this.
I don't follow celebrity gossip. To be
You
honest with you,
you actually
I
watch the movies. I just watch everything around the movies.
did he take her name then? Is that why he's Taylor Johnson? Was he something else in Angus Thongs and Perfect
I'm
Snogging
pretty
days?
sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was just some. Maybe he was just
Oh, he was
Aaron
just a
Johnson.
Johnson. Oh,
Yeah,
she was Taylor. She was
he,
Sam
he,
Taylor.
he was
Duh.
just a Johnson.
But then, like, okay, cool. No, yeah, because I keep finding out things now. We've reached the age, or people have reached the age that like actors I grew up with have had kids that are now entering Hollywood, and I didn't put together that Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke's kid is Maya Hawke from Stranger Things. Didn't know, and she looks like a spitting image of the combination of the two of them, and didn't put together that shit Captain America, I've forgotten his name, US agent
Oh, Wyatt
um,
Russell.
Wyatt Russell is obviously what's Kurt Russell's son with
Hmm.
Goldie Hawn, and then I also didn't put together that Denzel Washington's kid, John David Washington. And all of these things occurred to me like really late in the game. Like I was watching The Creator scrolling through IMDb and I'm like, oh no. And I'm like watching Stranger Things season 4, being like, God blimey, you look familiar. Like, and it's like these things are just knowns and I have no idea about them. So wow.
I've heard of like being, face blind, color blind. You're nepo blind. You just can't tell when someone's a nepo baby.
I am one, so yeah, that
That's true.
explains
That's
it.
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're my beautiful son. Um, the
Husband. Oh no, and fiance. We haven't. Yeah, that's a Patreon
yeah.
subscriber
Speaking
special.
of which, patreon.com// upside down shark. The one that I found out literally yesterday was the one of the recruits or the cadets in Top Gun Maverick, the one who wears the glasses,
Yes.
is Bill Pullman's son,
Yes. I
Lewis
remember
Pullman,
finding that out as well. Second time I watched that film.
and obviously that film stars Tom Cruise. And speaking of monster movies and movie monsters, Jesus, that was a rough
That was
segue.
a stretch even for you.
I'm not Clive Sinclair. I can't build segues. Um, either way, we are here talking about the kaiju from the Pacific Rim films. Uh, the
Film.
Pacific Rim film, sorry, the one and only one from 2013. Actually, sidebar before we get into it, not that we've not had enough sidebars already. The
We
Pacific
haven't.
Rim
Yeah.
drinking game is one of my favorite drinking games, which is you just drink when something awesome happens because
Oh,
you just
don't stop.
you just
Yeah.
waterfall the entire film.
Yeah. You just, yeah, right from the get-go. That's perfect. No, I think I know why this film is so near and dear to my heart. So I remember Broheim days.
Of
And
course.
for listeners at home, Tom and I went to the same university and we had a night, I think it was Wednesdays, and we would dress up in suits and we'd go out, and that was basically it. There were lots of rules, but they were irrelevant compared to just put on a suit and go out with just the lads. And it was called Broheim, and we were the Broherim. And there was that had to start at like 8 p.m. or something. We'd head out to the first place. And Jono, my roommate, and we were like watching it on my laptop, and we were like, oh, let's check out this new film. And this ended up being a trend of we would start watching the film, and my shitty internet or the shitty stream that I was watching it on or whatever would just not load. And we took, I think, maybe 4 hours to watch this two and change film, simply because of buffering purely on it. And it started horrendously buffering right in the middle of the fight in was it where was it, Hong Kong, that they have the big fight in with all of the kaiju and the two really cool ones. And we're sat there waiting desperately, like eyes lit up, just like, and then the little fucking spinny circle of buffering comes up, and we would just our hearts would fall, but it would keep you hooked because you'd just be like, get back to the core, get back to the core bit, please. And we sat there watching it for like 3.5 hours. We didn't finish it because we needed to go out, and we come back pissed out of our brains, and we're like, Pacific Rim! And it's been loading the whole time. So we just watched the end of the film, and it's incomprehensible because they've done all the exposition. It's just giant monsters fighting giant robots for the rest of the film. And we have no idea what's going on. And it's awesome. It's so cool. And we're just watching them punch each other underwater. And we're like, I have no idea what's going on, but I'm having the best of times right now. We did the same thing with Wolf of Wall Street. We watched that film and we were like, I didn't get all the hype. We stopped after like 2 hours and we were like, what's going on here? This is like a really long and really fun film. And then we come back like the next day after a night out, and it's just Leo DiCaprio beating up his wife and getting like sent to jail. And we're like, oh, this is awful. And we watched two films. We watched a really fun, chaotic capitalist film, and then we watched an awful story of domestic abuse and fraud. That's my story of watching films
Wow.
on bad streams.
The one real, other than our coveted Dino Night, where we watched the back to back of Black Dynamite and Napoleon Dynamite, which was again one of the best drinking experiences of my life. The
Oh,
other
damn straight.
the other big movie moment of my uni time that I remember is watching the, I believe, 1978 film Zardos, starring post Doctor No Sean Connery in the tightest little panties you will ever see,
A
in
bright red crimson mankini.
and a bandolier with a gun on it. Um,
Yes.
in what is one of the most complicated, convoluted science fiction movies I've ever seen, and just us all in the room looking at each other and celebrating when the slightest nugget of something made sense, and just we're
I
like,
I
oh,
distinctly remember you were 100% right. It is in my head for the rest of my entire life. I was so drunk, but I will never forget the reveal that Zardoz was the Wizard of Oz, and we just look at each other and go, "Oh!" And we have no idea what it means. We just know that it's a recognizable thing that seems to imply something makes sense. It was like that thing from the Planet of the Apes where it's like the name of the ship is actually the thing that they're calling it. And we just look at each other and go, it's the Wizard of Oz all the time. What? And no one knows what's going on. That film is incredible. The gun is good. The
the
penis
penis
is
is
evil.
evil. Oh, mate,
Didn't they do
like,
a Rick and Morty parody episode about
oh
that?
yeah, for sure they did. They also released at the time of the movie's release, they did a tie-in novel that goes a long way to explain it better than that fucking film. The weirdest
No.
thing as well, it's got Sean Connery in it, but it's also directed by John Boorman, who directed I can't even speak, who directed Deliverance, which is one of the most critically acclaimed films. It is madness. It is a mad film, and frankly, I need to do a video on it at some point because
Please, can you please?
I
Oh
don't
my
think that
God.
I don't think a day
Zardoz
go
retrospective.
I don't think a day goes by when I don't think about that movie in some shape or form.
Yeah. No, that's a rent free. No doubt whatsoever. Can you please do it? I don't care what the subject of the movie is, the video is, even if it's just Tom talks about Zardoz for an X amount of minutes. That's all I need.
Maybe we should
Just
do like a Mystery Science Theater style video on it where we just watch it and do like live commentary and see if we can work out what's going on as we watch it together.
I think we should have a one sober viewing and one unrestrained drinking viewing and see whether any of it makes sense on either of them.
Hey, you were talking about the contraband you've got in your room. Maybe we need to try that.
Shh, for off video, not on the recording, Thomas.
It's a good job this
And there
isn't
was
going out
no
live.
contraband. Just on the record, there was no contraband. There was none visible anyway, so it's all good. There we should do another. I am gonna do a movies deserve more love on Black Dynamite though, and I'm gonna have to just restrain myself from just quoting the film a million times. Cat and kangaroo pimp.
Willie.
Willie. The militants turn startle. No, we need to stop. Threw that shit before I walked in the room. There was a Yaz watched that film with me. I made her watch it, and you know that kind of like we've both got it, that kind of ADHD kind of demand avoidance. You know, when somebody says, "Oh, watch this thing," you've got to watch this thing. It's really good, and you go, and you don't watch it for like 2.5 years because you're like, "Fuck you! I'm not going to watch that thing you said is amazing. I'm going to do it on my own terms." And she didn't like it. She didn't respond to anything. Didn't laugh at all. And I was like, "We need to talk. Like this can't last if you're not what's wrong with you?" And like, and then we watched it again and I was like, I still can't believe you didn't laugh at that. And she's like, listen, let's give it another go and we'll see. And she was like chuckling along and I'm like, okay, we're working, sir. And when he did the haha, I threw that shit before I walked in the room, she just let out this kind of like like really loud laugh and just kind of started crying. It was like that's the funniest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. So yeah, everybody watch Black Dynamite, and we need to watch the other film they made.
Oh, Outlaw Johnny Black.
Oh
Anyways,
yes, there's so much to cut down there. I don't know how you're gonna do that. Like, how are you gonna pick and choose Zardoz, Black Dynamite, Bro?
what I
That
might
was at least Pacific Rim related.
what I might do is I might put a timestamp at the start of the video, just being like, click to this to actually watch the tier
We
list.
actually start talking about the movie at hand. Listen, there's only 8 kaiju in the film. What do you think we're going to talk about? Oh yeah, that's it's big. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like that.
All right, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. So I don't know the names of any of these. Drew is the resident kaiju expert,
Let's
so
do
I
this.
we and you can't see my screen either. Excuse me. So I'm just going to go from left to right and do a brief sort of description of what I think they look like, so that we're on the
Describe the
same page.
kaiju. I love that. Yeah.
So it's a usual tier list affair. We're going from S, A, B, C, and D. I couldn't think of anything funny for these, so maybe I'll do something in post. Who knows? But for
Oh.
now, we're going to start with Pointy Water Boy, with Blue Mouth. What's this
Point
one?
pointy water boy with blue mouth. Uh is his eyes glowing as well?
I think so. I haven't got my glasses on.
Knife head.
That's the boy. Get
It's
him
because
out of Central London.
his head is a knife. Yeah. Do you if your head was a weapon, right? Like not your head contained a weapon. If your head was a weapon, what weapon would you want it to be?
Um, Man, I'm gonna have to go on brand and say hammer because then I could be a hammerhead.
That's a Mario character or
It's a type of fucking
no?
shark.
Oh, I thought I was thinking a literal hammer. Do hammerhead sharks have hammers? Do they actually like hit? No, because they got their eyes on the end. I was thinking, do they hit people with their heads? But I'm like, no, because their eyeballs are there. It'd be like you eye socketing someone. It'd be stupid. But sharks aren't known for their intelligence.
I mean, they are the most lethal killers of the ocean, though, other than orcas, and probably other things. But yeah, I don't think they do that. I think they got teeths. So, but
Yeah,
I'd,
teeth are
I'd,
helpful.
I'd like to have. I mean, if your head is just as hard as a hammer, then you're basically Juggernaut from X-Men.
Yeah, I've been rewatching that actually, the animated series, in preparation for 97, because I don't know how much of it will be relevant. So I've just been rewatching it. And my goodness, that is that show's really fun.
Oh
Yeah,
man, it's so campy, and
yeah.
Cyclops is still pointless.
Just the most annoying, useless guy. And it's honestly a little bit awkward because like I'm sat there listening to it on top volume, and anytime somebody gets a psychic attack, they're like every time. Leave that in.
I will do. I think it clipped on the microphone, so I'll be looking forward to listening to that back. But tell me about this
Compressor.
actual fucking kaiju.
Fucking
What's he all about?
kaiju. Knifehead's the one that attacks the two brothers at the beginning, and it kills Charlie Hunnam's brother.
Oof.
And listen, it doesn't have much in the way of like personality or extended screen time. It's just got a knife for a head, and do you know what it does with its knife head? It fucking stabs him. It stabs him with its knife head. So I don't have much to add in the way of context. They do kill it in a quite spectacular way with a little Iron Man unibeam, I think. Wait, is that the one? Yeah, I think they do. Yeah, it looks like the standard kaiju with the four arms, and then it's got the knife head, and it stabs them, and it kills Charlie Hunnam's brother, and then they kill it, or he kills it, and that's the end of Knife Head. Yeah, it doesn't really have much else in the way of iconic look.
Yeah, I was gonna say of all the ones that we got coming up, this one looks kind of mid, kind of mid. I'm feeling fresh C maybe.
Oh, yeah, I think I would say C, if not knowing that there is one that I would put. No, you know what? High C. I think I will say a high C.
I'll
Because,
put it in
like,
high C.
yeah, but yeah, I feel like of all the things, it's pretty boring to just be like a big pointy head that you stab people with. I'd like to see like a Morning Star head, like this guy's head with just a little ball and chain, just
Oh,
going, "Whoa."
oh, oh.
He's absolutely devastating at gigs, just waving it around, mass murdering. Yeah, I feel like that would have made for much more compelling cinema. A Morning Star head, even a Hammerhead, would have just donk, you know.
Fix it, Guillermo.
Fuck's
Uh,
sake, Yemo, stop messing around with Frankenstein and fucking fish in bathtubs.
that's a
I
good film though.
I take it back. Those are incredible. I can't wait for Oscar Isaac Frankenstein.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
It's
That's
gonna
gonna
be
be
so
good.
good.
And speaking of slow lumbering brutes, we've got Rock Lobster, is what I'm going to call this one. He's got big shoulders and he looks angry.
Big
Um,
shoulders. Does he look like more like a crab or a like?
yeah, I'd say so. He looks like he's wearing mittens.
Oh no, Leatherback. He's a big gorilla boy.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I see that. He was almost just like a brute from Halo.
Yes, actually, very close. Yeah. He's honestly probably the one of the least inspired designs out of all of them because he literally is just an alien gorilla. He's got big front arms that he kind of hunches over on. He's got big shoulder pads and he's got the big glowing mouth. The one thing that makes him unique that you should know of is he has a big EMP on his back that he just goes like that and knocks out all electricity. And the only one that can fight him is the main robot because it's analog and nuclear.
Ah, I see. So he's kind of got like that classic Godzilla thing about him.
Pretty much. Yeah, to come to think of it, there aren't any fire breathing kaiju, probably because they come from underwater. Wait, so does Godzilla. They really missed the boat on that one. They probably, maybe to distance themselves from Godzilla. They didn't want anybody breathing fire and going, oh, that one's actually Godzilla. But no, I reckon you'll like Leatherback because he's just a big gorilla. And over here at UDS, despite being upside down shark with basically an ape club,
We are very pro ape, that's for sure.
what a year for ape things or monkey things. We've had Monkey Man starring Dev Patel, best action film since John Wick 4. And besides John Wick, the best action film of the decade. And then you got Godzilla versus Kong, big monkey fight big lizard, fight big monkey fight big lizard. And then you got Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Like the apes are they're on an upswing. I
Ah,
feel like this is their moment.
apes are swinging. Um, yeah,
Swing.
I still, to be fair, I haven't seen a ape film, Planet of the Apes film since Rise of the Planet of the Apes. So, um,
You didn't watch Dawn?
mm-mm.
Bro, you
I
got to.
I've heard that they're pretty good. I mean, I'm not sure about War of the Planet of the Apes, but
That
uh,
was that had its moments, but it was bloody long. It was a bit dragging. They kind of were started sniffing their own farts a bit in that series, but it's good. Like Woody Harrelson facing off against monologuing off against Andy Serkis Monkey. That's compelling film right now. Like no, Dawn is. Can you please watch Dawn Planet of the Apes? That's one of the best
ape
ever.
films.
No, ever films
Oh,
ever.
really?
Yeah, no, like that's yeah. That film is better than most things. You gotta get on that.
Wow. Wow, that's a
I'm not
bold claim.
mincing words. I was trying to hedge myself there, but no, I'm correct. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is one of the best films ever made. That like
That's a soundbite.
no, put it out there. I swear to God, like people will back me on this. Back me up on this, people. Tell
What's
him to watch Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I'm not wrong.
and what's your unpopular opinion in the comments below? Let us know. Uh,
I
wow. Oh yeah, you've sold it to me. I need to watch this film. I do love monkeys. I do love monkeys.
unsung monkey hero Toby Kebbell as Koba and also Kong in Kong Skull Island. He was Andy Serkis's apprentice monkey, and I'm really disappointed he didn't also play the monkey in the Fan Four Stick film, who gets put in the space machine, and instead he was Doctor Doom. Like, what? Play the monkey, idiot. Yeah,
I can't believe you watch Fan Four Stick.
it's for a video, obviously.
Oh,
The
all right,
numbers
thank
in
God.
the numbers in the title
Oh
video.
yeah,
I had to
Jesus.
start at Fan
I'm
Four
so
Stick.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
It was
Uh,
worth it for no, it wasn't worth it. I don't know. I was trying to reach for something and nothing came.
anyway, where we put in Big Gorilla Boy?
A
A tier.
A tier.
A for ape.
He's a big
Uh,
gorilla. Like he doesn't have much. I like his personality. He acts like an ape as well, which is really funny. But given that he's an alien aquatic creature, he properly does the whole like banging his chest thing. He does little roars like a silverback gorilla. I like the fact that he's literally just a gorilla. So I want to put that in A. Do you dig
I
it?
I can dig it. I love a monkey. I know nothing about these. I'm deferring to your opinion on everything except vibes, which is all I've got.
Yeah, do
And
your vibes say A?
gorillas are always at least an A for me. So yeah, easy decision.
Easy
Um,
A. Call
now
that Emma Stone. Sorry.
A, that's another film I've not seen. Um, but now we're going to move on to not Emma Stone. We are going for who I'm going to call Razorback because he's got a big sail on his back that looks a bit
Oh,
like a pointy razor.
oh, Trespasser? No,
I th-
wait. No. Is it got like a big like round mouth like and a round head like it comes in like a cone and it's got a little spike on its head?
yeah, he's
Or
he's he's the only one on the pictures that I've seen that has got a pure white background as well.
oh, then Mutavore, I think his name is.
Mutavore.
Yeah, it's a really xenomorph-esque name, but that this is the I'm gonna say it right out the gate that this one might be a D tier.
Ooh.
This little chump gets beaten in a now this news segment to show off that like the wall doesn't work. Love that in 2013 there was a build the wall to keep them out, and the wall just gets absolutely fucking crushed by the. And I'm like, you were early on this. You were really early. Guillermo, what do you know? What do you know?
But he knows how to make a damn good monster movie. But yeah,
That's
I
true.
I I kind of like the all the little things coming off him. He's got some appendages for sure, but if he's pretty weak, then yeah, I'm
I will
quite
settle for a low C. All I'm saying is he gets taken out in like 10 to 15 seconds, and it's kind of embarrassing. He doesn't even get to blow up much of Sydney.
crikey. Oh, in that case, then yeah, we're putting him down, 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 down to the bottom of D. He can go
He is
back
a
down
simp
to
on the Barbie.
oh, that's the worst thing you can be. The
Yeah.
worst thing. Now I'm gonna put in the one that I can only describe. Looks a little bit like a Pokemon, but I'm gonna call him Blue Beetle because he looks like the movie Blue Beetle.
Onibaba. This,
Onibaba.
yeah, which I'm pretty sure means demon grandma. Um, right?
What'd you
Because
call me?
Oni demon. You wish. You're too youthful looking for a demon grandma. You're like a demon scrub. What does that mean in Japanese? Somebody translate that for me. Demon scrub. Onibaba is the best. Onibaba is like like design wise, they crossed it. It's a crab or other crustacean with a Japanese temple, you know, with the slanted pointy roofs. You know what I'm saying? And they crossed that with the crab because they wanted to like theme a lot of them around locations. This led to a lot of like AI art generation of like what your country is as a kaiju in the Pacific, and they're not very good, but like this one is dope as hell, and it's the best scene of the movie, and it takes place wherein young, what's her name again, the little Japanese girl, Mako, Idris Elba's daughter, she's running away from it and it's absolutely freaking terrifying. This big crab is like chasing after her, smashing buildings, and she's like crying and running away and shit. And it's the best scene of the movie, and it basically makes you go, why isn't she the protagonist? She's got the good. Charlie Hunnam's brother died, but he's Charlie Hunnam. Her like family were killed, and she got adopted by Idris Elba, the dream of everybody in 2013. Like he replaced Will Smith as like everybody's dad in their dreams.
And not before time.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that was a early interception from Idris Elba that really paid off. My goodness, and then although Willow's made something of herself, I'm good with Willow. She makes nice music.
Yeah, she's a more creatively open than Jaden, that's for sure.
Jaden was an unfortunate byproduct of somebody who's trying to make things that they like, and they're just inferior things of everything they like. He's like, oh yeah, Kid Cudi and Tycho. I'm just gonna smush them. Sorry, this isn't about music rankings, right? Oh my god, tier list: Smiths, Pinkett's, and Smiths. Oh my god, wait,
That's going to
that's
be a low bar,
low.
a low
Yeah.
bar.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
Jesus. Uh,
Willow's like a B, and everybody else.
Onibaba though, are you feeling an S?
I really want to say S tier.
Then
Onibaba's my favorite.
do it, do it. You're the
Do it.
authority on this.
Yeah, fine. Put it in S tier. Put it in S tier, bitch.
It's there. It's there.
Sorry,
Uh,
I didn't need to go there.
well, fuck you. Now we're going to talk about.
Fuck you too. Put it in S.
It's in S. Jesus. Okay. Now we're going to
It
talk
is
about.
9E. Sorry.
I'm going to talk about this snaky boy who I'm going to call Smoking Joe because he's in some green smoke.
Oh, Otachi. S tier. Put him up
Why?
there and we'll talk about it later. Put
All
him in
right,
S tier.
above or below Onibaba?
Above Onibaba.
Alrighty, why?
Don't need no demon grandma. Don't need no Baba Yaga. Otachi is. How much time do we have? Like 30 minutes?
You go ahead, mate.
He shouldn't have let me off the leash. Otachi is so fucking good. Otachi is where the movie, like, they clearly like themed the whole fight around this bad boy. I like the monkey. I like the ape. I like Leatherback. He's fine, but he's a big ape and he gets his ass kicked and it's hilarious. But I think he gets hit with a cruise ship, or was that Otachi? Either way, they shoot him and it's a bit of a joke. It's really funny. Otachi is what the whole Hong Kong fight is about. First of all, this motherfucker, like you say, is a big snaky boy. He's got a big tail and like a big wriggly body. He's got a big old mouth that has a weird like bioluminescent tentacly tongue that kind of rubs up all on Charlie Day. That was a weird scene. And then right, so like it's got its big grabby claw tail hand, which everybody loves a big grabby claw tail hand. Like, yeah, I don't need to justify that. Everybody loves that. But the moment when they're fighting it, they rip out its tongue, they seem to be winning, and then it jumps on them and then it like extends its wings, and you're like, you have wings, and it's got this incredibly. I need you to find a clip and like cut it in here because like I can't do justice. Ooh, movie magic, right? Right. There's like thunderclaps in the background. It illuminates it. The music goes all like dun dun dun, and then like the big motherfucker grabs him, flies up into the air. It seems to be flying to space for some. I don't know how it's doing that. You think it breathes, but no, it flies to space, and then even its death is the coolest death of any of them because they ask GLaDOS to give them a sword, and a sword comes out of their arm, and they cut it in half, and they fall back down to earth and crush some stadium in Hong Kong. And it's the best scene in the film. Like I said, I watched this over a good 3 days on buffering, and every minute of it was delightful. And Otachi is one of the best designed monsters, not necessarily in like its inherent things that it has, like, oh, you got wings, so does Ghidorah, but like it's the framing of it, the surprise and the framing of its reveal of its wings, all of its weird little. It spits acid as well. I don't know if I mentioned that. Otachi's good. That's me. I'm done. I'm done.
You've sold me. He's top of S, and may he reign for 1,000 years at the top of there.
Damn straight.
Right. Then we've got. Oh God, what the hell does he even look like? Podzilla? I don't know. He looks like he's trying to
Pod,
be Godzilla.
Podzilla.
Off-brand Godzilla.
Uh,
He's got blue lightning in the background.
has he got a pointy head?
I think so. I have not got my glasses on.
You need to wear your glasses, bro.
He's got
I'm
like
gonna
a yellow tummy.
I'm gonna guess that this is. No, yeah, okay, yeah, Raiju,
Raiju, okay.
which seems like something lightning based, given Raijin and
He's a kaiju.
Raikou. Anyway, I don't know why, because he doesn't shoot lightning. Okay, this guy's one defining feature. Do you remember End of Prometheus? The thing that comes out of the engineer, the Deacon, I think it's called. And it like in the end of the film, after the octopus lays an egg inside the engineer, it comes out the engineer and it's got a mouth that kind of like, it's not an alien mouth. It's like another jaw that comes out from inside of its jaw. Is this ringing any bells? I know Prometheus was a
Yes,
very
yes, yes, yes.
unmemorable film.
The
It
the
was
deacon.
the Deacon, yes. And then instead of a jaw like that, it's got an outer mouth that kind of opens from like, I think it opens up in 3 pieces, and its actual mouth is inside of there, and it's a little like like mouth, and its actual mouth is just like 3 big slats that just goes whoop like that. And in one shot, it just kind of screams at the audience a little bit, and then it gets killed really easily. I think they put out the sword and then like slice it, like it swims into it, and they just slice it in half. That's all I can say about Raiju. The last 3 kaiju are not very. They don't get much screen time. They don't get much chance to be like to have personality is all I can
Have we
say.
front loaded this a little bit then?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I'm pretty sure off the top of my head, all the S's are done.
Okay.
We might get some B's.
I feel like Raiju looks more interesting than the current D guy with the spiny back, so I'm gonna suggest maybe a bottom of C.
Hmm. What have you got high C? I can't see your screen.
We've got Knife Head at the is our current C.
Oh, yeah, put him below. Put him
Okay,
below knife head.
he
I
will go
respect
there.
somebody who's confident enough to wear who they are on their sleeve like that. You know, I feel like knife head isn't insecure. Raiju, it's giving insecure.
Sure. Okay. This is very much a Drew video, everybody. I have got nothing on this one. This is his little power
Did
trip.
you even watch Pacific Rim before doing this?
Yes. In
Did
the sense
you?
that I have watched it and it is before this video. So
At some
therefore,
point
I'm not lying.
in the summer of 2013.
Yes. In 19 Dickety Doo.
Back in my day, we only had three kaiju. So I don't care. I'm actually in my element. I love this. I have you captive because you have to do this. And I think that I'm actually having the best time I've ever had on one of these tier lists.
That's a that's, I don't know if that's a celebration of this video or an indictment on the others. But either way, I'm gonna take it as the former. Um,
It's more that like I know what I'm talking about. I know everybody's first names, and I don't need to be told that once again George Lucas has edited the thing to make a guy go McClunky.
oh,
Which
McClunky.
I went and looked that up after you mentioned that and was just like, why McClunky?
McClunky.
Why? And he still breaks his neck to dodge the.
So stupid. It's so
Sorry.
stupid.
So listen, as much fun as I had on the Star Wars villains tier list, I know what I'm talking about here, and I feel like my childhood isn't being just constantly. I'm not feel like I'm not being constantly gaslit that what I watched isn't what I watched in 1997.
oh,
Dear.
you're the kid that when everyone else was playing with Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, you were the one playing with the fucking was it Duel Masters or something like that, the really obscure niche thing that only like two people played. Everyone else is into Star
Oh,
Wars and you were fucking Pacific Rim.
oh no, you're absolutely right in that I wish I'd played Pokemon and I didn't. I wasn't. I was playing. No, it's more that it was like 3 generations ago. Everybody was playing Pokemon Black and White, and I was playing Emerald on my red Game Boy Advance SP, which best handheld console ever created.
No, that's a
Uh
tier list.
oh, consoles or handheld consoles or both?
Handheld consoles.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure
Hmm.
we might have done. Have we done no? We've done controllers, which is very, very
Oh,
weird.
yes.
But
Why
handheld
did we
consoles.
start there?
I don't fucking know. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the Game Boy Advance SP. Um,
Those are good. Backlit,
oh yeah,
good
you gotta get a
charge
back.
time.
You gotta get the backlit
I
model. I
felt
didn't.
felt bad for my Game Boy standard users who couldn't play it in the dark. Fucking idiots.
Yeah, it was an oversight. I had one of those big chunky horizontal boys for a little while, and yeah, it
Got
was bad.
busted.
It was bad times. Too light, couldn't see it. Too dark, couldn't see it.
Yep.
It was a challenge that the
Thing of
youth
the
of today will never
times.
know.
Yeah,
Uh,
you've had me so often today. So for context, Tom has written a script for a video and put it in front of my blessed eyes about really expensive video games, and he got me flashing back. Like for some reason, you've been taking me through a time portal this whole day. Not only like 2013, that's only a good 11 years ago. Fuck me, 11,
that's
11
awful. That's
years.
awful.
I'm so sorry I said that. We started uni 11 years ago. Moving on. Yeah, no, you've taken me back because you mentioned 2004 Athens Olympics on the PS2, and that led me on a bouncing spiral to Jack and Daxter, the precursor legacy. That led you down like and then I bounced into PS1 era Spyro and Tomb Raider and Crash Bandicoot. You've done this so many times to me today that now I'm like all the music I was listening today was like first album Arctic Monkeys. It was like Black Eyed Peas, Elephunk. I was just sat in the mid 2000s. It was really, really bizarre today because of you. And now here we are in 2013. What the far future, the distant future.
Future. You're gonna have to listen to that song by that band Fun that goes tonight.
We are young. No. So Yaz and I were watching music videos because she's never seen any music videos. So I obviously ended up like showing her every single Michael Jackson music video. This was like day before yesterday because they're incredible. You know that?
No,
Remember the
but
time?
no, I remember that. It's just never seen a music video.
No, no, not really. No, because she didn't really watch like she wasn't raised watching like MTV, Kerrang, Scuzz, you know, the goated shit. She'd heard all of it. She hadn't really watched any music videos. And then we got to the point where I was playing her the music videos for AM, Arctic Monkeys. And it was like, Do I Want to Know with the ripply wavy lines and all that. A really good animated music video. Why do you want to call me when you're high? When he's stumbling around and he accidentally knocks on the grandma's door instead of the girl he got a crush on. And we were sat there reminiscing, going, "Oh my lord, is this album the most responsible album for making the most fuckboys in the world?" There was a point where AM, Do I Want to Know, Are You Mine, One for the Road, Arabella, like that created monsters of men, I feel. And I think I listened
Yeah,
to that at the worst time in my freaking life.
it
It's such a good album. And it
it made
ruined me.
it made you a monster.
I was a monster beforehand, but it enabled my monster.
I
And
thought
I
you were gonna
didn't
say
need that.
I thought you were gonna say I was a monster and still am.
No, I've calmed down, if you can believe it. It's really sad, actually. You know, I used to be
Well,
interesting, but in the worst way.
and we loved you for it. We loved
No,
you.
you loved me for it.
Jesus, yeah. Everyone's calmed down and getting old and breaking down. This has just got its
Except a
weight room now.
couple. Yeah, your knees all clicky.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I can get a good click out of my back most good days. So
Well, I've started getting them in my neck, and I was like, oh no, this is the beginning of the end. I'll do it to everything. Wonder if you can hear like that
nah.
come through. Rip.
I wonder if I can. Oh, I
If you
felt
can
it,
do
but I didn't do
that.
it. Um,
Guys, watch live on the tier list. Tom breaks his own
yeah.
fucking neck.
Anyways,
With
Fireboy
Kaiju, Fireboy is no, not Slattern.
Zlatan, as in famous footballer Ibrahimovic.
Not Zlatan. Slattern. This isn't actually Slattern. This is it's gone. Scunner. Scunner. Looks like a demon from Doom.
Yeah, he's the one who's got like the fire orange lightning behind him.
Yeah, I think I put in concept art when I was doing it, like for the most part, which is what because it's kind of hard to see them in the movies themselves because they're, you know, it's at night and it's an animated film from the 23rd from 2013. Like it holds up to this day, but it's still like not 4K picture perfect. Anyway, what's your vibe about? I forgot his name again. Scunner.
I quite like the pose in the picture is almost like that famous photo of Bigfoot caught halfway through his stride. It looks like he's been papped by some paranormal
What, like a
photographer.
real like turn kind of like yeah?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
I'm digging that. I'm digging that for sure.
Okay. We dig that.
He's a bit grey. He's a bit boring.
I'm not gonna lie, they're all grey. So if you're gonna hold that against him, you have
Oh no,
to.
some of them have got a few other hues on them.
That's true. Raiju is like blue and yellow. You trust me, you don't see that at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. Um, I think that he looks a bit like a Doom demon. You know what I'm saying? Like a. I just finished playing Doom Eternal's DLC recently. A Hell
That's a good
Knight
game.
or a Baron of Hell.
Mm.
One of those. No, it's like it's a good game. It's just I felt like it wasn't an action game. It was more of like a resource management, like like really violent Stardew Valley. Shall I make a video about
Yeah, you should definitely make a
that?
video about that. Doom Eternal
No,
is a
it's
very
just
violent Stardew Valley.
like I wasn't looking. Nah, more like Minecraft. And like it's resource management. It's not like I guess survival horror is also resource management. But like I wasn't looking at the demons. I was looking at the numbers at the bottom of my screen and timing and escalating both of them. Like like I would be like, oh, I've got a grenade. Let me use my grenade. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Let me chainsaw somebody. Oh, I'm out of health. Let me punch somebody. You know, it was they were. I was thinking too hard about it. Let's be real. Doom Eternal's a good game, yo.
It sure is. Both the recent Doom, I say recent, the Doom
The
remakes are very good.
Dooms that are around now. Yeah,
Uh,
never
but
finished Doom one.
but
Scunner.
Scunner Doomsford, how's he? How's he doing?
Scunner Doomsford. I'd put him in a B only because he's a bit more he knows how to pose. He's watched one of those TikToks where it's like, don't stand like this, just to the hole. Yeah. And I think the
He's
pose
voguing.
matters. He's voguing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Put him in
I'm
B.
down. Yeah, put him in B. Put him in
Put him
B.
in B, you fucker.
All right, cunt lord. Right, okay. Now we've got the American viewers are gonna hate us. Now,
Oh yeah, he
now
said the C.
we've got Two Tail Catsford with the yellow hole in the sky behind him.
That will
Uh,
be Slattern. Okay, this is the king of all of the kaiju. This is the one that like this is the big one that comes out that's not actually that big. Like he he's supposed to be like the one, is it category 5 or category 6? Whatever. It's meant to be like the most incredible, biggest kaiju ever. And I guess they were like evoking Cthulhu with it, because he's got the big tail tentacles and all that, and he's got a big like crown head, I think, if I remember right. But he just looks like a bigger version than the other previous three. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
sizes and
What's your
everything.
vibe?
I mean, I like multiple tails. I feel like you can have a lot of fun with that, both in the streets and the sheets. Um,
It worked for Sonic, both
it,
in the sheets and the streets.
I don't want to watch that. Um,
This is your reminder to go check out Trash.
trash fig. Facebook.com/trashfig, Instagram.com/trashfig. Good
If you ever
friends over
find
there.
yourself in the Nottingham area, please, for the love of God, go check them out. Oh God.
Abandon all hope, all ye who enter the town of Nottingham now. Um, I mean, there's got to be something for said for being like the top honcho. Um,
Yeah, he does survive a nuke. I think that's quite impressive. Like the things that survive that, Terminators, rad roaches, good,
Walton
respectable.
Goggins.
Walton Goggins, because somebody pointed out, I can't remember where it was. It might have been on like Twitter where they were like, "You ever look at somebody and their name is right? It's perfect." And they looked at him and they were like, "You're a Walton Goggins." Fuck yeah, man.
He really
Walton
is, isn't
Goggins.
he?
This is my shout out to everybody to finally fucking watch Justified, because all of you are like, Walton Goggins, oh, what was he in Ant-Man and the Wasp? Oh, wow, Tomb Raider, the fucking Tomb Raider movie they made without Angelina Jolie, where it's based on the game. No, watch Justified. They dug coal together. Watch Justified. It really makes me angry that nobody watched Justified. Sorry, that came out of me. It's a
Right.
really good show.
I don't think they've ever had a stronger endorsement in their entire run.
And I talked about Dawn of the Planet of the Apes earlier. I should have repped that. No, I'm saying now, Justified, all of its seasons, is better than Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. That is one of the best things ever. Do you not want to watch Timothy Oliphant in a stupid hat, like hang out with fucking Kentuckian hillbillies, killing people with apple pie moonshine? Like, what more could you want in this world? What more could you want from this world, Tom?
I can't think of anything. Not one whole thing. That sounds like everything I could ever want in this world.
Correct. You're you're let off the hook for now for
I'm a
being
good boy.
correct.
I'm a good boy.
Well
Uh,
done. Do you want a treat?
yes. Jesus Christ. Give me a rating for this cunt.
Uh, he said it again. They're gonna come for you. We're on YouTube. Put him in B. B
Above Scunner or below Scunner?
above Scunner because he's got them tentacles, and you're a kinky little hentai boy, so of course you love them tentacles.
All right.
Ooh, woo.
Okay. We're down to the last one. We've almost made it. We've got smoking
I know
children.
which one is last by process of elimination. Its head is another knife. but
Yes,
it's yeah.
but he's shrouded in smoke and he looks like he's smiling, so that makes me happy.
Ooh. Oh, I
Who's
like that. Not many of these guys have had a sense of humor.
who's
Uh,
he?
Trespasser. This is the first one to ever come through a breach, and it. Okay, I have to dock it points because the first thing it does is go and attack the Golden Gate Bridge, and I'm like, you're basic. First of all, like who hasn't? Even the apes, even in Rise of the Planet of the Apes, they attack the fucking Golden Gate Bridge. Magneto, Godzilla, they all attack Golden Gate. George of the Jungle. Wait, was that George of the Jungle or was that? No, yeah, that was Golden Gate Bridge. He goes and climbs it. So every Monkey Boy and every Godzilla boy has attacked the Golden Gate Bridge. Frankly, that's unacceptable in 2013. I
So
think, yeah,
are we thinking top of C then?
yeah, because he's
Above,
another guy whose head is a weapon, and I
I
love
think
that.
it's makes sense that he would sit next to Knifehead.
Yeah,
Okay, we
below
got
knife head.
below Knifehead.
Yeah,
All right, we're putting
okay.
him there.
Take
Okay,
me through it.
all right, we've got 2 minutes 30. Let's do this. Okay, we have Knife on the Back Boy. Then we've got Raiju. Then we've got the one that we just said that's got the knife on his head that's not Knife Head.
Trespasser.
Trespasser. Then we've got actual Knife Head. Then we've got Scunner. I remembered that one. Then we've got Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Then we've got Big Monkey Fuckboy. Then we've got the one that
Leatherback.
that's the one. Then we've got the one which looks like a house, which everyone likes. I call Blue Beetle. I can't remember the name of.
Onibaba. Demon
Onibaba.
Grandma.
And then at the top is Smoking Joe Snake Boy, who I can't remember the name of either.
Otachi, which I
There,
never looked up what it sounds like a Japanese word, but I never looked up what it means. Probably means fucker, just capital F fucker, because he fucks.
he sure does.
Otachi can fuck.
The
Yeah.
thing is, as well, I'm okay with that list because I have no skin in this game whatsoever. You've been having cocktails, so you've got every right to get a little bit buzzed as this has been going on. I've been drinking Iron Brew, which is a soft drink from the UK, specifically Scotland. So I've got no excuse for being this irate and sweary today. It's just
It's osmosis. It's coming back and forth. You don't even know what any of these people are.
I've got that dog in me today, that's for sure. Oh, either way, it's been a delight chatting to you about kaijus. Anyone at home, please watch Pacific Rim if you haven't. It is a fucking good film.
Hell yeah. It is the most like hell yeah, awesome. That's just like no strings attached. It's just awesome. You just
It it
it's
is.
just awesome. Yeah.
And make sure to keep it locked on UpsideDownShark.com, UDS Films, and any other of the UDS channels. We got UDS Gaming, we got UDS Music. UpsideDownShark.com for everything. And never ever forget that apes together strong.